Are you unknowingly feeding your elderly loved ones foods that could be harming their health? Some everyday foods that seem harmless can actually be dangerous for seniors. From increasing the risk of heart disease to causing choking hazards, these common foods could be doing more damage than you think. In this video, we will reveal 7 foods that elderly people should never eat. If you have a parent, grandparent, or loved one over the age of 60, this video could be life-saving. Make sure you watch until the end because number 7 will shock you. As we age, our bodies go through significant changes. Our metabolism slows down, our digestive system becomes more sensitive, and our immune system weakens. This means that certain foods that were once perfectly fine to eat can now pose serious health risks. Many families continue to serve these foods without realizing the potential dangers. The good news is that once you know which foods to avoid, you can easily replace them with healthier alternatives. So, let's get started and protect our elderly loved ones from these hidden dangers. Number 1. Raw or undercooked eggs. Raw or undercooked eggs are one of the most dangerous foods for the elderly. While eggs themselves are a fantastic source of protein, eating them raw or undercooked can expose seniors to Salmonella bacteria. This type of food poisoning can be extremely dangerous for older adults because their immune systems are weaker and less able to fight off infections. Salmonella infection can cause severe diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and dehydration. For a young, healthy person, this might mean a few uncomfortable days, but for an elderly person, it can lead to hospitalization or even death. Studies show that adults over 65 are far more likely to be hospitalized from Salmonella compared to younger adults. Many people don't realize that raw eggs can be found in everyday foods. Homemade mayonnaise, Caesar salad dressing, eggnog, cookie dough, and some smoothie recipes all contain raw eggs. Even soft-boiled eggs or sunny-up eggs where the yolk is still runny can carry risks. So what should you do instead? Always cook eggs thoroughly until both the white and yolk are firm. Scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and well-cooked omelets are all safe options. If a recipe calls for raw eggs, use pasteurized eggs, which have been heat-treated to kill bacteria. This simple change can protect your elderly loved ones from a potentially life-threatening infection. Number 2. Processed meats. Processed meats like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, salami, and deli meats are among the worst foods for elderly people. These foods are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that can wreak havoc on an aging body. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen. This means there's strong scientific evidence that eating processed meats increases the risk of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. For the elderly who are already at a higher risk of developing cancer, consuming these foods regularly is like adding fuel to the fire. But cancer is not the only concern. Processed meats contain extremely high levels of sodium. A single serving of deli meat can contain up to 600 milligrams of sodium. For elderly people who often struggle with high blood pressure, heart disease, and kidney problems, this excessive sodium intake can be devastating. High sodium levels cause the body to retain water, which increases blood volume and puts extra strain on the heart and kidneys. Additionally, processed meats contain nitrates and nitrites, which are preservatives used to extend shelf life and enhance color. These chemicals have been linked to increased inflammation, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. For seniors who may already be dealing with these conditions, processed meats can make everything worse. So what should you do instead? Replace processed meats with fresh, lean proteins, such as grilled chicken breast, baked fish, ground turkey, or beans and lentils. These alternatives provide the protein that elderly people need without the dangerous additives. If your loved one really enjoys the taste of deli meats, look for low-sodium and nitrate-free options at your local grocery store. Number 3. Sugary drinks and sodas. Sugary drinks and sodas are one of the most harmful things elderly people can consume. A single can of soda contains approximately 39 grams of sugar, which is almost 10 teaspoons. This massive sugar intake causes an immediate spike in blood sugar levels, which is particularly dangerous for seniors who are at risk of or already living with type 2 diabetes. But the dangers go far beyond diabetes. Sugary drinks are a leading cause of obesity, heart disease, and chronic inflammation. For the elderly, these conditions can significantly reduce quality of life and increase the risk of premature death. Research has shown that people who drink one or more sugary drinks per day have a 26% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and a 20% higher risk of heart disease. What many people don't realize is that sugary drinks also contribute to bone loss. Sodas, especially colas, contain phosphoric acid, which interferes with calcium absorption. For elderly people who are already at risk of osteoporosis and bone fractures, this can be incredibly dangerous. A simple fall combined with weak bones can lead to a hip fracture, which is one of the most serious injuries for seniors. Sugary drinks also contribute to dehydration despite being liquids. The high sugar content actually pulls water from the body's cells, making dehydration worse. Many elderly people already struggle to stay properly hydrated, so adding sugary drinks to their diet only compounds the problem. Furthermore, fruit juices that are marketed as healthy are often just as bad as sodas. Many commercial fruit juices contain just as much sugar as a can of cola with very little actual nutritional value. The fiber that makes whole fruits healthy is removed during the juicing process, leaving behind essentially sugar water. So what should you do instead? Encourage your elderly loved ones to drink water, herbal teas, or infused water with fresh fruits like lemon, cucumber, or berries. If they crave something sweet, try diluting 100% fruit juice with water or offering them whole fruits instead. Coconut water is another good option, as it provides natural hydration with essential electrolytes. Number 4. Hard and sticky candies. Hard and sticky candies pose a double threat to elderly people. First, they are a serious choking hazard. Second, they are loaded with sugar that provides zero nutritional value. For seniors, these small treats can lead to big problems. Choking is one of the leading causes of injury and death among elderly people. As we age, our swallowing reflexes slow down and our throat muscles weaken. Hard candies can easily become lodged in the throat, blocking the airway. Sticky candies like caramels and toffees can also get stuck in the throat, making them incredibly difficult to dislodge even with the Heimlich maneuver. Beyond the choking risk, hard candies are terrible for dental health. Many elderly people have dentures, dental implants, crowns, or weakened natural teeth. Biting into a hard candy can crack a tooth or damage dental work, leading to painful and expensive dental emergencies. Sticky candies can pull out fillings, loosen crowns, and get trapped under dentures, causing irritation and infection. The sugar content in candies also feeds harmful bacteria in the mouth, leading to tooth decay and gum disease. Gum disease in the elderly has been linked to heart disease, diabetes complications, and even Alzheimer's disease. So what seems like an innocent little treat can actually have far-reaching consequences for overall health. So what should you do instead? If your elderly loved one has a sweet tooth, offer them soft alternatives like ripe bananas, applesauce, yogurt with honey, soft baked goods, or dark chocolate that melts easily in the mouth. Sugar-free pudding or gelatin can also satisfy sweet cravings without the risks associated with hard and sticky candies. Number 5. High-sodium canned foods. Canned foods are convenient and affordable, which is why many elderly people rely on them. However, most canned foods contain dangerously high levels of sodium. Canned soups, vegetables, beans, and sauces can contain anywhere from 600 to 1,500 milligrams per serving. Considering that the American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day for older adults, a single can of soup could use up an entire day's allowance. Excessive sodium intake is one of the biggest health threats facing the elderly. High sodium causes the body to retain excess fluid, which increases blood volume and raises blood pressure. For seniors who are already dealing with hypertension, this can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and kidney failure. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it can cause devastating damage without any noticeable symptoms until it's too late. Sodium also contributes to fluid retention and swelling, particularly in the legs, ankles, and feet. Many elderly people already struggle with edema, and consuming high-sodium foods makes this condition much worse.
The discomfort from swelling can limit mobility and increase the risk of falls. Additionally, high sodium intake has been linked to osteoporosis. When the body processes excess sodium, calcium is lost through urine. Over time, this calcium loss weakens bones and increases the risk of fractures. For elderly people who are already vulnerable to bone loss, this is a serious concern. So what should you do instead? Look for low sodium or no salt added versions of canned foods. Always drain and rinse canned vegetables and beans before cooking, as this can reduce sodium content by up to 40%. Better yet, whenever possible, use fresh or frozen vegetables which have little to no added sodium and retain more of their natural vitamins and minerals. When making soups at home, use low sodium broth and season with herbs and spices instead of salt.
Number 6. Unpasteurized dairy products. Unpasteurized or raw dairy products, including raw milk, certain soft cheeses, and homemade yogurt made from raw milk, are extremely dangerous for elderly people. While some people believe that raw dairy is more natural and nutritious, the reality is that it can contain harmful bacteria such as Listeria, E. coli, Salmonella, and Campylobacter. Listeria is particularly dangerous for the elderly. This bacteria can cause a serious infection called listeriosis, which can lead to meningitis, blood infections, and even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that adults over 65 are 4 times more likely to get sick from listeria compared to the general population, and when they do get infected, the consequences are often severe. Soft cheeses made from unpasteurized milk are the most common source of listeria in dairy products. These include brie, camembert, blue cheese, feta, and queso fresco. While these cheeses are popular and delicious, they can harbor dangerous bacteria that an elderly person's weakened immune system cannot fight off effectively. The symptoms of listeriosis can take up to 70 days to appear after consuming contaminated food. This long incubation period makes it difficult to identify the source of the infection. Early symptoms include fever, muscle aches, nausea, and diarrhea. If the infection spreads to the nervous system, it can cause headaches, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, and convulsions. So, what should you do instead? Always choose pasteurized dairy products. Check the label to make sure it says pasteurized before purchasing any milk, cheese, or yogurt. Hard cheeses like cheddar, Swiss, and Parmesan are generally safer because the aging process reduces the risk of bacterial contamination. Pasteurized cottage cheese, cream cheese, and processed cheese slices are also safe options for the elderly. Number 7. Grapefruit. This one might shock you. Grapefruit is a healthy fruit for most people, but for the elderly, it can be extremely dangerous. The reason is that grapefruit interacts with a wide range of common medications that many seniors take daily. Grapefruit contains compounds called furanocoumarins that interfere with an enzyme in the body called CYP3A4. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down many medications in the digestive system. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it can cause medications to build up to dangerous levels in the body. This is not a minor interaction. In some cases, it can be life-threatening. The list of medications that interact with grapefruit is alarmingly long. It includes many commonly prescribed drugs for conditions that are prevalent among the elderly. Statins used to lower cholesterol, such as atorvastatin and simvastatin, can reach toxic levels when combined with grapefruit, leading to severe muscle damage and kidney failure. Blood pressure medications like nifedipine and felodipine can cause blood pressure to drop to dangerously low levels. Blood thinners like warfarin can become too potent, increasing the risk of internal bleeding. Anti-anxiety medications, certain heart rhythm drugs, and some immunosuppressants are also affected. Even a single glass of grapefruit juice can cause these dangerous interactions, and the effects can last for up to 72 hours after consumption. What makes this even more concerning is that many elderly people take multiple medications at the same time. The more medications a person takes, the higher the risk of a dangerous grapefruit interaction. Yet many seniors are completely unaware of this risk and continue to eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice as part of their daily routine.
So, what should you do instead? If your elderly loved one takes any prescription medications, consult with their doctor or pharmacist about potential grapefruit interactions. Safe citrus alternatives include oranges, tangerines, lemons, and limes, which do not cause the same dangerous drug interactions. If they enjoy citrus flavors, orange juice is a much safer option that still provides vitamin C and other nutrients. Now you know the 7 foods that elderly people should never eat. Let's quickly recap. Number 1, raw or undercooked eggs. Number 2, processed meats. Number 3, sugary drinks and sodas. Number 4, hard and sticky candies. Number 5, high-sodium canned foods. Number 6, unpasteurized dairy products. And number 7, grapefruit. Protecting our elderly loved ones starts with knowledge. By simply avoiding these 7 foods and replacing them with healthier alternatives, you can significantly reduce the risk of serious health complications. Remember, it is always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to an elderly person's diet. Every person is different, and individual health conditions may require specific dietary adjustments. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who is caring for an elderly loved one. This information could save a life. Hit the like button if you learned something new today, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more elder-friendly health tips. We post new videos every week to help you take better care of the seniors in your life. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Take care of your loved ones.